For months now, there have been murmurs about where the all-important Trump-Kim meeting will take place. The United States president has put that speculation to rest. Donald Trump took to Twitter to confirm the date and venue of this meeting. He tweeted, and I quote, "The highly anticipated meeting between Kim Jong Un and myself will take place in Singapore on the 12th of June. We will both try to make it a very special moment for world peace." The confirmation comes hours after reports emerged in the American media that the autonomous state of Singapore will play host to Trump and Kim. The choice of Singapore is significant. The US and North Korea both have embassies in this country, which is known for its neutral position in all international conflicts. It is also known for its tight security, which is a major concern for the North Korean leader, no less for Donald Trump. Kim Jong Un has travelled outside his nation after assuming power only on 3 other occasions. This will be a big event for him, by all accounts. WION's Kevin McAllister joins us from Washington, D.C. with more on this. Good evening, Kevin. What else has Mr. Trump chosen to share with the world?
Well, yeah, after weeks of speculation, we now have a date and we now have a location. He went for the small island nation of Singapore. He had flirted with notions of perhaps hosting this historic summit in the DMZ. He'd had invitations from Sweden, from Switzerland. I think Mongolia was also in the mix, but he has gone for Singapore. As you said, his advisors have pointed out that this is a venue that would be known, a location known well for its security, its neutrality. It's got a good track record in hosting high-level meetings. And, of course, Pyongyang also has an embassy there, a mission there, which would be significant for what, remember, will be the first time a sitting US president has come face-to-face for talks with a North Korean leader. So it's a major step. It had been promised and teased by this administration for some time. But today, in just a simple tweet, Donald Trump confirmed that this summit, number one, is going to go ahead, but also where the eyes of the world will now be watching come June the 12th.
And he must be on a high, given the diplomatic win, as many are calling it, with the release of the 3 American prisoners from North Korea.
Absolutely. You saw the United States president on the tarmac in the wee small hours of the morning to welcome home those 3 American prisoners released by North Korea. Donald Trump praising the North Korean leader for his role in that release and talking about it as, you know, a gesture of goodwill ahead of this all-important summit where there is so much on the table. You know, Donald Trump has said, I want to see the complete, verifiable denuclearization of South Korea. And he put it even in more simpler terms quite recently, saying, I want all the nukes gone, out, gone. And those are his terms. That's what he's told us, at least, he's going in with on June the 12th. We're not exactly sure what North Korea's idea of disarmament looks like just yet. Of course, historically, their one insurance policy has been having nuclear weapons. But Donald Trump has made it clear that he's not willing to bend on this. He wants a great deal. Of course, he is the guy who very recently killed the Iran deal, or the US involvement in that deal. He's all about making good deals, he tells us. So he'll certainly be hoping to get what he wants out of this summit. But you remember, he says every time he speaks about North Korea and about this face-to-face, he always says, we'll see what happens.
I have a feeling this meeting will be making news for the fact that it happened and little beyond that. But Kevin, thanks very much. A month is a long time in politics, especially with Donald Trump at the helm. The North Koreans have warned him to not put pressure on the détente by claiming credit for it. So we'll have to see how this goes. But 12th of June it is in Singapore. Now that the venue has been decided, the important question for Kim to address will be the mode of transport. No small matter, we can tell you, in the North Korean context. Kim's mystery train, remember, made headlines when he arrived in Beijing last month. But word is that the leader of North Korea will shun the bulletproof train for a fancier ride when he goes to meet the American president. There is a slight problem, though. Kim has just 3 jets. The most powerful among them is the Ilyushin IL-62. It's a Soviet-era aircraft which has not been under production for the last 20 years. That's not all. This aircraft is now banned at various airports across the world as it fails to live up to the standards of modern aviation. Experts say it is not capable of trans-Pacific flights due to lack of maintenance. A better option would be the military transport variant of the same family of aircraft, the Illusion I L-76MD. It's a 4-engine turbofan airlifter which Kim used to fly to Dalian to meet Chinese President Xi Jinping only a couple of days back. Perhaps it was a test flight, some say, for this plane to see how far it takes him. And if all else fails, Kim could hire a chartered flight from a third party, possibly China. They could lease a plane from China, especially in the wake of the newfound camaraderie between the two leaders.